Hello, hello, and hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. Tonight, love yourself. I'm going to love yourself tonight and learn a little bit about Adobe gradients and what is available to you by just simply going to really a landing page over on the Adobe site, and how thrilled I am to discover this very quick and lovely way of learning not only about composition, but color theory, and they just have so many cool things because they've just released a lot of new things for 2022. I think that their releases, the big release was over the last couple of days, and so there's lots of videos, and check out the ones that are done by true professionals, and one that I listened to this evening just really kind of captured my attention, and I thought, I think it might be fun for you to see, from my vantage when I look at composition, color, and where color can actually go, and just have fun, right? So how is everyone? I did a couple of different things. CPT? What you laughing at? Okay, so I've done a couple of different things here in the live chat. One is that I have pinned my advert and affiliate link for StreamYard. And after the event, more information, of course, will go down into the description. But this is the first time that I've actually used the pinned comment, which gives you this lovely blue background. And I hope you can let me know if you're able to, see it a little bit better, and that sort of thing. Number two, so we have Adobe. We have the pinned comment. If you've ever used one before, let me know if you found them useful and what kinds of things do you pin in the comments. And then we're going to be going over just a kind of a brief overview of the Nightbot. And then the big thing, the big change for beauty definitely in 2022 is I'm going to be doing more voice shorts. Well, why you want to talk about that? I personally don't know what came of it. I do know that once they left the YouTube feed, I had believed that they had kept up the Telegram and the Discord. I'm sorry, the TeamSpeak. There's been a little, some dust out there on Twitter, but I don't ask too many questions, and I'm sure that you can see why, right? Most of the people that built up that server, of course, had very deep, important relationships with that affiliate link with all of the exchanges. And in fact, you couldn't really be part of their ecosystem and share even your own links, or if you wanted to. And so I don't know where. I don't. There's people I follow on Twitter that I could ask, but other than that, I went into a forum about like 3 weeks ago, and I stayed in until last week on Discord. And these fellows, this is what I'm going to say about all this. There's a lot of people that got hurt. There's a lot of really great people that got hurt under the thumb of sarcasm and almost social kind of brutality in a way. If that makes any sense to you, I don't know. And everyone, of course, has their different place in the ecosystem. And I just my tree's just too big, you know. I just didn't want to be hurt anymore. I don't like walking around thinking that every time that I want to share with people that I'm going to be put down and accused of things, and it's just, you know. So I try truly, CPT, Sleet, I try and just kind of, as they say, mind my own business. And of course it's difficult because there's so many people that I truly, you know, had feelings for, you know, that I wanted for them to do well. And I didn't want any harm to come to them. And I did feel that there were enough people that could achieve success. And if we all kind of stuck together, and that just wasn't meant to be. I was banned from WhalePool November of 2016. So we're talking about like a lot of years have gone by, and yet, you know, they're still part of, you know, some bad stuff. There's still a lot of forums out there. Okay, so I have that question asked and answered, and of course, as I guess you can tell, I could go on for hours about it. So let's start off with this, why I'm titling these things more emotional based, right? This love yourself, motivate yourself, encourage yourself. And this is really to remind me to share with you some of the things that I know about living well. And so that's why I'm starting off all of these titles. It's kind of just to send out, you know, send out to the universe that we still do have to take really good care of ourselves. So, and I'm probably, I'll be led to talk about it probably towards the end of the stream. All right, so let's get into this Adobe gradients. Crazy stuff. Let me go pull this down, and let me grab onto my OBS and grab the gradient, the window capture, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so you're going to find yourself over at color.adobe.com. And in this incredible portion of Adobe, their website, they have a Create, Explore, Trends, and My Libraries. If you were part of their suite, then you could store things here. And when you're in the Create, I went into the Extract Gradient. I have been in all of these drop-down menus, but of course I gravitated towards the Extract Gradient. Now, the reason that I chose the picture that's on the thumbnail is that we are doing a remodel, and I found a picture today that works for one of our rooms. And what you do is that you just grab a photograph and, you know, just to snip it and have it on your desktop, pull it away from your desktop and put it into their little photo plunker. And right away, you're going to get a 3. In fact, it says how many stops of the gradient. It's over here on the left. You see how it says 3 stops of the gradient. If I was to move this, of course, it goes 4 stops. And now, of course, we get more gradients. And, of course, we get more colors all the way up to 12. I don't know if I got that far on my computer today, but there we go, 5 stops. So what's happening is that Adobe's going in and they're finding all of the colors, and then they'll pull them out 12 stops up. Let me keep moving forward. There's 7 stops, and now of course what we're seeing in the photograph becomes more evident of what you may have missed in a photograph. And this really goes back to composition, even the way that you brand your products, or even your website, your thumbnails. There's so many ways that you can be informed by using a tool such as Extract Gradient over at Adobe Color. Moving it up, of course, here's the 10 stops, even more. Now we have more clusters of the kind of the main focal color and the neutrals because of the flooring, of course. There's more percentage in this photograph of the flooring, and this also shows composition in thirds, and I think that this is fabulous. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they actually provide you with the RGB, SFV, CMYK, the LAB, and then here are all the colors. Imagine that, and we are now 10 deep right here. So there's a lot that you can do with a tool like this. And here I'm going to try and take it. Oh, I guess it goes all the way up to 15. So let's see what happens when I go down below. That's pretty wild. Yep. We have 3 rows of 5. So that's just absolutely wonderful. All right, you'll notice too that I have and will do over on Google Slides, because I love the gradients when you use them to overlay when you're live. I will take this and make a gradient, but it's kind of clever because I could take the snippet from the center portion here. I could build it myself, of course, by taking notes on all of the hex colors down here. But then there's this little bit over here. I think it's lovely. If you're signed into Creative Cloud, then you can just keep this gradient. But as a matter of fact, what I just did was I just took a snippet. So you take one little snippet of that right there, and I will take that over to Google Slides and begin to play with it. So that is extract gradient. Do we not love that? Let me know. I'm going to play around with the other tabs as well too, so you guys can see kind of the other things. I hope. I have to check my OBS. All right, Sleet, let me see what you're laughing at. All right. Do you know what happened to WhalePool, right? Do you know? Let's see here. But WhalePool is fun. Victor's still broke with no Lamborghini, probably still using his mom-husband life insurance. Got in fight last night. What? Got stabbed? They're trying to jump. Okay. All right. So what, you need my help? You sound like maybe trouble's coming your way. But you do know how to spell Lamborghini, so something must be working out okay for you. You got in a fight last night. You got stabbed by your neighbor. Okay. What, am I supposed to believe this? Why would you why would you find yourself over here wanting to share that with me? That is funny. I can see why you're looking for a forum. That's pretty funny. Well, I hope you're okay. That sounds pretty gnarly. So, make sure you let me know that you're good. Okay? Alright, so we're staying, once again, the stream's current bit rate is underneath the blah blah blah, and I don't know why. And, okay. All right, let's see if we can go into the other tabs. All right, so the next one, and this is, I think, where a lot of people go. They go into this Trends tab. And let's make sure that oh yeah, it does. Okay, excellent. Let me see that you're getting that over on YouTube. I think it's going to. I don't even know what to say to you. You got in a fight last night. It's just... See, I have to do voice shorts just over that. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that for you? I feel horrible. I mean, I'm assuming that you know that you know who I am, and I feel really bad for you. Gee whiz. Oh, I see. I understand, because you're the only left from WhalePool that I know of, plus Tops reached $3 a day from Robinhood and had 6,700 shares and made $18,000, right? Oh my goodness gracious. Well, this is, isn't it something, right, that I was listening to PizPie. He has a little bit of a show, an analytics show, and I had put a couple of things about what I was seeing in price and so forth. And he has a partner on the show, and I didn't even listen back to it, but he says, "Oh, there's BeautyBubble, the OG. She's an OG, because when I've seen him, obviously I've known him for years. I just try and, like I don't. It's not for me to come in and make some sort of. I've already made enough splash in my life, and of course his partner, who doesn't know anything about me, wanted to dispute what I had said and so forth. So I think that's real. I need to read this again because you're the only one left from WhalePool that I know of. Plus, tops reached $3 today from Robinhood and had 6,700 shares and made $18,000. See how warm and fuzzy we're missing out on all of this, right? We're missing out on all the warm and fuzzy. It makes me sad. It really does. It makes me so sad. But I'm glad you came to chat with me because it's oh so fun. It really is. That's one thing that can never be taken from me. Yeah. Okay. Where? Oh my goodness. That is funny. That is so funny. I don't even know what to say about that. Okay. So let me go back to this. I'll say it on mic. My friend over here inside of the chat said that he's heard that I am a manager at Carl's Jr.'s now. Okay. All right, so here we are in this menu, right? Create, explore, trends in my libraries. So I think what a lot of people are actually doing is that they're coming over to the trends page because apparently the promise of this is that you are going to find out what is current among the creatives. And one reason is they're going to be doing this live streaming with Behance. And I think that this page is supposed to introduce people to some of the thinking, that's going on in fashion. I'll just kind of scroll down here in graphic design. And of course, each one of these gives you the full palette and so forth. Then it goes down to architecture, fashion. I'm not going to scroll down. You can download it as well. You can add it to your library. And so this is very, very cool. I would be concerned, I suppose, if the download included the photograph, and there probably is like attribution rules and that sort of thing, so you might want to be a little careful with that. And then if we go into the create, I think this is fantastic. That's why I'm saving it for last. This has got to be one of the best free tools that allows for you to study and apply color harmony rules to your designs. And you can learn how to create a color wheel. You can fly by the seat of your pants. You can do, as we saw in the gradients, you can take a photograph of something that you really like or a photograph that you've taken yourself and then extract the colors from there. But then you still don't understand, and they describe it as color harmony, not theory, because there are many different ways that people look at color. And then if there's more ways that you can define color now. So it's very, very cool. They go through all of they don't give you what it means actually, but you can go the analogous, monochromatic. In fact, I'll do all these now so that you guys can see it motivated here. There's your monochromatic, your triad, your complementaries, your split complementaries, your double split complementaries. And I just think that this is important so that when you're hearing about color theory and color harmony and people are getting kind of wackadoodle about it, they're whether they're influencing a design or they already know a lot, one of the ways that you can be in a conversation with someone that's a stylist or a color theorist is by just having some of the language, you know. They have something called square, compound, shades, and then you can move into the custom. But check this out. So let's go, we're just going to do complementary because this is what most people are familiar with. But if you scroll down, they're going to give you the default, right, from where it started. But they give you all of the RGB values, the luminosity. This is, I believe these are shade values, or opacity, I would say. And then each of the hex colors here as well. But watch what happens when I grab this and I start to bring it around. It's going to still stay complementary. Let's hope my computer will stay up with this. So as I move around the color wheel, and it changes everything in, and this was their big push for all of this, in air quote real time. There is no reloading of the page, or presumably no reloading of the page, that it's all done in real time. So you can really become, you know, kind of a fanatic and a color fanatic right away by going into Adobe Color and playing around with these wonderful free tools that they have. So I'm super happy about that. I thought you guys need to hear about it from me. Okay, so what you got going on? Let's see here. It was nice catching up with you, but they're calling me to go eat, so see you around. Okay, friend. All right, you come back. Just be good to yourself, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. Okie dokes. All right, so that's where we're at with the Adobe gradients. Adobe gradients. So, just so awesome, really and truly. So cool. I could play with it literally all day long. It's just that fun. All right, so on to the voice shorts, right? So the idea for the voice shorts is that I am going to be using OBS and begin to just, you know, go into the dashboard and put a timer down for 59 seconds, and then just go ahead and start to come up with these, you know. A voice short, for example, could be me saying, "It was so nice catching up with you," like that. "It was so nice catching up with you," and then package those, get the MP4, maybe put some art with it or something, and just begin to push those back out to YouTube. So it would be, "It was nice catching up with you." I like that one, actually. Thank you, CPT Sleep. I appreciate it. I think it's better than what was his story that he had to say. Oh yeah, heard you're a manager at Carl's Jr.'s now. I think I could probably do that one too. It's like, "Shh, I heard you're a manager at Carl's Jr.'s now." Okay, take two. "Shh, I heard you're a manager at Carl's Jr.'s now." All right, so maybe I'll do some things like that. Okay, we've been live for 21 minutes, and so the only thing that's left is the love yourself. All right. For a long time, I've believed, but I've never air quote bought in. I'm not part of a multi-level marketing scheme or anything like that. But for many years, we're talking about into my teen years, I did a lot of studying about essential oils. And then as I became older, I eventually found a book called The Encyclopedia of Essential Oils. I was still making my own kind of home-brewed cosmetics. I had made face masks and lotions and lip balms and, aloe hair masks and all of this sort of thing. This is well before Lush, and just having a really good time learning about what are inside of cosmetics, how to make your own cosmetics. And this is just all home stuff, okay? Don't get crazy. I was never, about to launch a business or anything like that. This was just having fun. It's all part of kind of the crowd of, learning how to weave and macrame and sew your own clothes and, that kind of lifestyle. So I've always played around with essential oils and had my own blends, and many, like 30 years ago, purchased what's called an Amrita, Amrita, an Amrita nebulizer. And a nebulizer is basically a little kind of like a fish pump with a plastic tube that goes onto this beautiful glass blown nebulizer. And there's a cork on one side, and you drop your oils into the nebulizer, and they sit there, and then you turn the pump on. What the pump does is that it blows air into the nebulizer, and inside of the nebulizer there's this little kind of almost like a filament flicking tool, flicking. So as the air is pushing, it's breaking up the essential oils, and then they float into the top part of the nebulizer, and then the essential oil gets dispersed through this technique. They're expensive. I had broken the glass. I was very, very gentle with it for years and years and years and used it, and I moved on to the cold mist for years, and so I had a variety of things that were going on. And when the glass eventually broke, I tried to buy another one. And in those days, when you ordered it, it was 6 months later, and I couldn't get. I think I bought my very first one from Whole Foods, and I couldn't get it delivered. All this is back in the day, okay? We're talking about back in the day when everything was delivered by, a wagon train. So I just kind of, I had my oils, I had my sprays, I had my Windmere sprays and blends, and lar-de-dar. Well, what would arrive today? One of the coolest gadgets, and I'll be talking about more about this. This is under the Love Yourself, okay? Sometimes you have to put together a gizmo that reminds you to slow down and love yourself for just a few moments. And one of the ways that can get you into kind of a little bit of a different shift, put you in a shift. And then there's lots of research about this, that certain scents will produce certain advantages. And aromatherapy, and people that practice aromatherapy as a profession do this for you personally. But if you go into any really great spa, for example, if you go into a eucalyptus steam room, for example, and most really great spas will have a eucalyptus steam room, and that is where the eucalyptus oils are being dispersed among with the steam, and it produces all of these advantages. So not having that, you can purchase these diffusers. Now, this one is just wonderful. It's made by a company called VICT Sing. So it's pronounced, I believe, Vict Sing. And I think it is absolutely the cleverest little tool. It has a vessel in the bottom which holds the water and the essential oils, and a couple of buttons that modulate a 3 LED lit little ring of light, and it goes through and cycles through some light, and then it has settings for 1 to 6 hours, and then of course your offsetting. And I purchased it in the dark wood. It was packed beautifully, super smart. Comes with a little container, like a little flask for your water, or if you want to pre-mix your blends, and then before you pour it into the kind of the vessel or the well, you plug it in and you turn it on, and within seconds the essential oil or oil blends that you put into the vessel begin to share themselves with you, and it is so grand and worth every I don't know. How can I, like, I don't want to be too flowery about it, but it's been one of those things in my life that, I've tried to hold on to a certain way that I want to have the oils in my life, and I've done all sorts of different things. I've soaked cosmetic cotton rounds, and put them on, vents, and some people do this on light bulbs, which I would never do, ever. I have sprays that I do blends that I have always around me. So I'm just really delighted to have this little gizmo that kind of just puts it all in one little place. I would kind of forecast that we'll purchase more of these to go throughout. And I think they're wonderful gifts too. So look for the Twitter for more information about this wonderful little, how many times have I said little? You're going to probably get it, and then you're going to go, she was talking about little like it's a postage stamp. No, it's like a cereal bowl kind of size. Super, super fun. Very fun. And Quiet's going to take some pictures of it tomorrow, so very happy about that. All right, so you guys know all about the Adobe gradients and the Adobe, exploring the Adobe. So we go to Explore. I'll go over here right now. So the Explorer, this is very cool. Once again, you're looking at the popularity of certain colors. And of course, each one of these is, you can pull out the palette, and then you can go down and down and down and see all the different things that everybody is doing and what is popular. That's how it was told to me, is that you'll see what's basically popular right now, although I'm not too sure about that. But we can search for, what does it say? Search with colors, moods, or keywords like ocean, wine, moonlight, lucky water. So because I am putting out, I have lemon and a peppermint in the diffuser right now because I wanted to stay up for a little bit. So I put lemon and peppermint in, and let's go ahead and return on there and see what they give us back. So, for example, if I wanted to go over to Twitter and put together something that was just really cool, I can now see what's up over at Adobe that's showing me everything that's lemony and pepperminty. Well, isn't that funny? This looks like, and let's open it up, this looks very much like a photograph that we have in the cookbook. Fresh mint leaves and mortar with lemon on gray wooden table. So this is really cool. So I might be able to reproduce this. This is a very pleasant photograph. Another thing that I could do, of course, is take a snippet of this and toss it over to Twitter. And I think that that's probably what I'll do, because this evokes, right, what I have in the diffuser right now. So I could do that. But look at how quick that was. Pretty neat, right? I mean, I know people go to Unsplash, is it? Many places that you can go. But it's always cool to be using the tool at the same time, because the other ones don't have the tools that you can work on the colors right when you're with them. So that is that. Let me see what else. Oh, let's look up another one just for fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go love. Let's do love and another one. I'm going to do love lavender. Love lavender. There we go. Let's see what we get out of that. Oh, lots of very cool things. Love lavender. Here's another flat lay with the wood. That's very pretty. I've seen some of these. Some of these are Adobe stock photos. And some of the palettes are very fun. So I'll just look for a palette that I find that's kind of interesting. Mind, Body, Soul. That's fun. But all of these are stock photos. And let's go ahead and, because I kind of like the darker, moodier ones, let me open up this palette. I love that. And I might be able to use that for one of the color blocks. So I'll grab that snippet. And I'll remember that that is for the blend for the lavender. So now I've got two blends and two ideas on how to create content over the purchase of the diffuser. So that's where we will kind of close things out. All right. So thank you very much, and I will be back on YouTube in just a little bit. I don't know, coming up this week, things are pretty crazy. I may try and just trying to think of like maybe, well, November 3rd is going to be busy. I probably really, just to be good to you and for the traders that stumble around, you probably might appreciate if I was to go live election night with the chart. So I may do that. Just look forward to any kind of announcement over on the Twitter. Okay, so that will be it for me. Thank you very much. You've been listening to Beauty Bubble here on YouTube as the Beauty Bubble. Remember that, well, love yourself best way that you can, because by doing that, you'll have a little bit more love to give to someone else. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to everyone soon, okay? Bye-bye now.